Hi there, beautiful yogi. This is a restore or yin class that's aimed around the solar plexus, so in the region just above your navel, and the color associated to this chakra is yellow. So if you have any objects or surroundings that are yellow that help you have this visualization, that's a great idea. And also with each posture, there will be an affirmation associated with it. So what's required from you is just to mentally repeat the affirmation to yourself and notice how it feels within the body, within the mind, within the breath. Some affirmations may be really easy to accept within yourself, and others may feel a little challenging. So just be the witness, observe yourself throughout the practice. Try not to let the judgment creep in. And really, this sense of willpower, confidence, and self-esteem, we're trying to find a balance between humility and confidence. So we're not trying to have an uneven scale. If it's really out of balance and we're too confident, it can present as being really cocky and arrogant. And on the converse, if we're not overly confident within ourselves or have a lot of self-esteem issues, it can present as just poor body language, lack of eye contact, and it can affect our relationships not only personally but professionally as well. So wherever you are, have a block and a few cushions nearby in case you need some props. The target area will be around the navel center, the abdominal center. And find a comfortable seat and close the eyes down. Noticing your breath here. Noticing your posture and your body language. Bring your right hand to sit just above the navel and the left hand over the top. Just for a few more breaths, connect to the rhythm of inhale and exhale. The belly expands on inhale, and the navel gently contracts on exhale. Your next exhale, lower your chin. The gaze softly open towards the floor and come onto all fours. Wrists underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. The first movement we come into is dragon, stepping the left foot between your hands. You may tuck the back toes and move your right knee back. If you need padding underneath the right knee, that's also a great idea. And if you need help bringing the floor up to you, you can place blocks underneath your hands or come onto your fingertips or wrists. Affirmation for this pose is, my confidence inspires others. My confidence inspires others. How does that affirmation feel in your body? Notice the body language within your posture in terms of your confidence. Opening the chest, widening the collarbones, without letting the chin raise too high. Finding the nice balance between humility and confidence. From here, we move into Sleeping Swan. Start to walk your left foot over towards your right hand and bring the heel in towards the groin. So the closer the heel is in towards the groin, the easier the posture is, the more accessible it is. If you're really not feeling anything into the hip when you're here, just allow your heel and your shin to be more parallel to the front of your mat. And then just notice what it feels like here. And if you're getting plenty of sensation, you're invited to stay. Or you may wish to come down into the pose, resting on your forearms. You may even rest over a cushion or a block. And if you need extra support underneath your left hip, if it's really far off the mat, please take your time to set up for your Sleeping Swan pose. And when you get there, find your stillness. And the affirmation for this posture is, I deserve success, happiness, and love. I deserve happiness, success, and love. Start to walk your hands back in towards you. And there's a resting posture in between. Come to lie on your stomach. Extend your left leg out behind you. And just rest forehead on the backs of the palms. Find your stillness. Place your hands next to your chest. Push yourself back up to all fours. We come to the other side, dragon, with the right foot stepping between your hands. Using your props if you need. Allowing the eyes to close down if that resonates with you. Shoulders relaxing down and away from the ears and collarbones wide. chest and heart open. The affirmation is, I feel confident and free in speaking my mind. I feel confident and free speaking my mind. Invite the colour yellow to be in your senses, either to visualize something that you know, the colour yellow, and then try and bring your awareness to the place just above your navel center. Willpower, confidence, and self-esteem. Please now make your way into sleeping swan. The hips back a little. And start to walk your right foot over towards the left hand, depending on your level of intensity, is where you'll choose for the heel to go. So closer in towards the groin, less intensity. The more parallel your shin is to the front of the mat, the more intensity. Take just a breath or two to feel into the posture. To even set yourself up with props if you need anything underneath your right hip. If you have any weird sensation or pain into the knee, please flex your right foot. The toes are moving closer towards the shin. And start to walk yourself down, fold down to the best of your ability. The affirmation is, I am empowered and I empower others. I am empowered and I empower others. Start to walk your hands back in towards you, moving into the rebound pose of just resting on your stomach, gently extricating your right leg back, being kind to yourself if there's a lot of sensation, and come to rest. A nice time to visualize a yellow center just above the navel, a yellow ball or lotus, circulating energy, vibrant yellow, radiating throughout the body. Place your hands next to the chest, pushing yourself back up to a seated position. We come into square pose for this next posture. It's square pose with a twist, so you may want to have your block handy here. If you're feeling fairly open in your hips, you bring the right ankle on top of the left knee, and both shins are parallel to the front of the mat, flexing both feet. If this isn't accessible for you and your right knee is lifting up, feel free to place a block or a cushion underneath. Or another option is to bring the right shin in front of the left, and it doesn't mean you're getting less of a stretch in this pose. It just means your anatomy may be a little bit more comfortable and it's a bit more accessible in this pose for you. So choose wherever you are today. And then we come into a twist from here. So twisting your body towards your left side, towards that right foot, and start to fold down as far as you can. You may have a selection of props to support you here. And remember to keep the right foot and the left foot flexed. This is really targeting the Manipura chakra, which is your solar plexus, that place just above the navel center. It's not a physical location, more so an energetic place in the body related to willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. And the affirmation for this pose is, I feel courage and strength flow through me. I feel courage and strength flow through me. Start to walk your hands in wherever you are. Only releasing the top leg, we come into the next posture. Right leg extends out to the right, and your left heel draws in towards the groin, the left foot connecting with the inner right thigh. We come into a side bend, so you may wish to use your cushions or blocks here, or even just use your leg or the ground depending on where you are. So I like to place my left hand on the left knee to gently guide it down towards the floor. And you can just lean over to your right side. You may even wish to rest your temple on the fist, which can feel really lovely. The affirmation being, I am not too proud to accept feedback. I am not too proud to accept feedback. Slowly start to bring yourself back up to center, using a little bit of hand strength here. And just come to pause when you get upright. Before we switch to the other side. Bend your right knee and switch the cross of the legs. So if you prefer to take the variation that you did on the first side, by all means move into that. If you notice that this side feels a little bit different and you either need more or less support with your props, just go with that. The first side doesn't have to be exactly the same. We have a lot of asymmetries in the body. So when you find that pose, you then come to the twist. The arms, hands move over to the right side of the body. And you may come to rest your forehead down. Maybe it's on the floor, maybe it's on cushions or a block. And even if you've been able to move deeper into a posture before, try and take the practice as individual as how your body is right now. The affirmation is, I love and accept my body for how it is right here and now. I love and accept my body for how it is right here, right now. Start to walk your hands in towards you and back to center, being gentle with yourself. Now take your left leg out to the side and bend your right knee in a little further so the right sole of the foot connects with the inner left thigh. We come into the side bend variation, again choosing the same variation that you did on the first side, or perhaps trying a different way. Again, using your right hand to gently ease the right knee closer towards the mat. My self-esteem is healthy, which allows me to create healthy relationships. My self-esteem is healthy, which allows me to create healthy relationships. Gently start to walk your way back to an upright position. Taking the time to just let the side body readjust. Notice how some of those affirmations have felt in the physical body, mental and energetic body. Come to lie down on your back. Just bend the knees when you get there, hip distance apart, palms resting by your side. Just take a moment to pause. Bring your arms out to a cross-like or T-like position. And you may just wish to lift the hips up slightly, move them over a couple of inches to your right, and let the knees drop over towards your left side, moving into a spinal twist. If you prefer, you can bring the knees back up and cross the right leg over the left. Just deepen your twist a little bit more. Connecting to the solar plexus region above the navel. I am deserving to follow my dreams and passions. I am deserving to follow my dreams and passions. In the next couple of breaths, start to make your way back to center. If your legs are crossed, uncross them. We plant the feet back down on the mat. Shift the hips back to center. Just a pause in between. Color yellow. Confidence, self-esteem, and willpower. Lift the hips up slightly and shift them over to your left, letting the knees fall right, or crossing the left leg over the right, and then letting the knees come to the right side to a spinal twist. If you need support underneath the knees or in between the thighs, please take your time to set up for the posture so that you can be still and be passive here. I let go of self-doubt and fear holds me back from achieving my goals. I let go of self-doubt and fear that holds me back from achieving my goals. Start to bring yourself back to center. Knees come back, feet replant, and the hips come back to neutral. Come to lie in your Shavasana pose. Heels resting on the mat, the legs extended, palms resting by your side, body open, free, receptive. As you rest and bathe in the color yellow, a vibrant, luminous light, you're surrounded by this light all around you. Visualize the color yellow about an arm's length all the way around you. The affirmation, your final Shavasana pose, is I lead by example and not with force. I lead by example and not with force. Without moving the body, slowly start to see yellow light dissolving into your physical body. It moves closer towards you and it dissolves within all of the cells of your body. It lights you up, full of willpower, confidence, and self-esteem. Start to move the fingers and toes. You may even want to just stretch up over your head, stretching out with the body. Point and flex the feet. Clench the hands into fists. And then come to roll over to your side. And then gently push up to a comfortable seated position. Whatever feels best for you when you get there. Eyes closed down. Now take your left hand to the solar plexus just above the navel and the right hand over the top of the left. Taking a moment to reflect on the practice, how you responded physically, mentally and emotionally to the affirmations throughout the practice, and observing whether you found any more balance between confidence and humility, and finding a healthy level of self-esteem. May you continue to be with light around you. Bring your hands to heart center to close the practice, to give gratitude to yourself for taking time for self-care. Bow your chin towards your hands. Namaste.